having a truly decentralized cryptocurrency is a really good idea until it is not a good idea. Listen to this. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in today's video I'll be discussing the problem of crypto investing and what you as an investor can do to limit your risk. The first thing I want to talk about on my list today is like the price volatility and market manipulation in cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency have been on a very wide ride. That is to say, there have been so many boom and bust in the industry. In the past 2 to 3 years, there was a point where today you can have a coin that is up like 1,000%, and the following day or maybe 2 to 3 days after, that same coins will be down like another 1,000%. The crypto market can be easily manipulated by the like of influencers, well-known investors, and like social media companies. People like Elon Musk, for example, whenever he tweets something about Dogecoin, it like affect the price of Dogecoin. I'm also aware of the fact that other market can be influenced also, but not as easy as the crypto market, for example, And my next problem of crypto investing is lack of regulation. I know this might sound like counterintuitive because the whole point of cryptocurrency or crypto investing is like to be decentralized, right? And that is to say, to not have a central leadership. Because of the lack of regulations in the crypto space, there is a high degree of price volatility and market manipulation within the crypto space. But I presume these things that will change in the future when crypto investing become more widespread. That is to say, like when many people start investing in crypto, like for example, like the way people invest in the stock market, for example, then those things might start to change, because then there will be like so many people involved in the space, like it wouldn't make sense for the government not to step in to try to put in some regulations in place. Many crypto investors or people want to get the market of cryptocurrency investing. They are like afraid because of the lack of regulation or almost no regulation in the space. Many crypto investors or potential investors are afraid of it because there is almost no regulation within the crypto market. But yes, still also many people doesn't know what the crypto space might look like if the government fully step in decide to regulate. You have one people on the other side who say like, oh, crypto should be decentralized. There should be no regulation. It should like be self-regulated in a way, like the blockchain be like the government to like regulate how people do things. But you have other people on the other side saying like, no. For example, if crypto company go bankrupt today, like there is no from to get some of my money back that I invested within the space. So you have like those people who have like two opposite ideas are like fighting against each other. And like my take on this is like, I feel like because of the lack of regulations, I know sometimes it's not all the time regulation is like really good in some industries, but I feel because of the lack of regulation, that's why you have like so many people, or should I say gurus, trying to like scam people and sell people on things that is not really realistic. Many crypto investors today are afraid because there is almost no oversight in the crypto market. But also like many people are on the other end of the spectrum, they're like worried, like they don't know what regulation might be like. If the crypto space become regulated by the government, right? It might end up being a very good thing and make crypto widespread to like many people, because I can guarantee you, many people, they are not going into crypto because they feel like it's not safe and there is a lot of scam out there. But also there is like people on the other side who have been doing crypto investing for a long time. They don't want the government to get involved because they feel like if the government get involved, the whole point of crypto investing will be removed, because like they want it to be decentralized. They want it to be self-regulated. They don't want like anybody like controlling what it might be like. But I personally feel like with a really good regulation in place in the crypto market, it will make it more open for more people to come and invest in the space. Because like I really believe in the technology, but sometimes based on how the technology is being used, that's my problem with crypto investing. Like the next problem I have on my list, it is the market adoption of cryptocurrency. Mainstream market adoption for cryptocurrency have been very low for many reasons, from regulatory concern to market volatility and public understanding, and the fact that the blockchain technology that most cryptocurrency run on is still in its infancy, meaning that the technology is still rapidly evolving. So in that case, for example, what is stopping another company from coming in to like maybe have everything that Bitcoin have, but also just a way more better, what is stopping another company from doing that? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why you see like many people, they are like so worried about getting into crypto. So based on all these uncertainties, I can understand why the crypto market is like so niche and it's not as mainstream as the stock market, for example. One of my biggest problems I have with crypto investing, it is exiting the market. And I'll be honest with you, this is a really big problem, because I feel like if it's easy for you to invest your money into something, it should be like easier for you to get that money out back. Buying and selling cryptocurrency is not the most straightforward thing. Most people who have bought cryptocurrency will admit this to you, it's like really so complicated now. So if you're not really good with technology, it seems like it is a rocket science to like buy and sell cryptocurrency, and which I think personally is not a good thing. And yes, I'm not naive to the fact that like nowadays you have different apps that make it a bit easier for you to buy and sell cryptocurrency, but I still feel like it's not as easy as it should be. But I also feel like there is still a lot of work that need to be done to make the process to be more easier and more streamlined, for example. For most people who are not living in a country where they use the euros or the dollars, buying cryptocurrency can be like really so tricky, because the first thing you need to do is like convert, like, let me give you an example. For me, I live in Norway. The first thing I would need to do is like convert my Norwegian crowns to either the dollars or euros, and after I do that, then I can take that money to the exchange, and then I can use that money to like buy my cryptocurrency, so like if you're like not really aware of what you are doing, I could lose money like on me exchanging my Norwegian crowns to USD, for example, and then if I'm not lucky also, then I might even lose more money on my trade, like for me buying USD, using USD to buy like Bitcoin, for example. So, and I feel like today in the crypto market, like these things, it need to be worked on, because it doesn't make sense. If you live in Norway, for example, you cannot use the Norwegian crown to buy most altcoins, I know maybe it will get better in the future, but for now, I feel like it's not a good thing. And I feel like it's a really big limiting factor. And you as a person, if you want to invest within the market, it's something you should really take into consideration, because now you don't just have to learn about crypto investing, but you also have to know about like the forex exchange. And if you're not careful, you might lose a lot of money while you're trying to make money, for example. Sometimes some crypto marketplaces will stop you from withdrawing your money with no reason, Imagine you have some Bitcoin on this platform that is called Platform X that you use to buy and sell crypto usually, right? And then for some reason, there's a lot of selling pressure on Bitcoin. That is to say, like, many people started to sell the Bitcoin at the same time, So imagine like Bitcoin is like trading. Imagine Bitcoin is like trading for $20,000, and then like because there is like so much selling pressure on Bitcoin, like the price dropped to 15, And then this platform, they will like step in and be like, you know what? In the next 10 hours, there is no selling Bitcoin. You can only buy Bitcoin, Their rationale for doing that is to help stabilize the price of Bitcoin. That is to say, like, they are doing that so they can like reduce the selling pressure, But what if that doesn't work? And then like Bitcoin, it was trading at 15, you could sell and remove your money. But what if that doesn't work? And then like they stop you from selling for like the next 10 hours. And then like Bitcoin dropped to like 10,000, So in a way, like that platform, it made you to lose even more money, because of them stopping to sell Bitcoin. And this is like a really common thing that most platforms do. And I feel like this is like really so bad, like if an access like trading at the price, they should like let it trade for what it's trading for, Most banks nowadays are afraid to like accept like a large sum of money that was made through crypto investing, like to say from you selling your portfolio, for example, There's so many fraud in the space. There's so many money laundering, for example, in the space. So like that's why people, like most banks, they're like really so skeptical. If you bring like a really large sum of money, like, oh, this money is like from the sale of my cryptocurrency, I want to like deposit in the bank. You go through a lot of scrutiny to like really prove that money came from the sale of cryptocurrency and not from something illegal, So most banks, they are like really so afraid of that. The next problem I have on my list with cryptocurrency investing, there is no central authority. Depending on how you look at it, one of the biggest advantage or disadvantage of cryptocurrency investing, it is the lack of a central authority, One of the biggest factors that drew people to cryptocurrency is the fact that the government does not have a complete oversight over the market when it comes to law and order or cryptocurrency. It is merely on the individual platform or the community to regulate itself. Having a truly decentralized cryptocurrency is a really, really good idea until it is not a good idea. Listen to this, Imagine like somebody defraud you or somebody stole from you. Or let's say maybe you lose your password, for example, The problem with that is like there is no way you have of retrieving your funds if it's not stored within a core wallet, or if it's like, even if it's stored within the core wallet, if you lose the password to that, there is no way of you like recovering your funds, So that is like, it's really so scary, because like if it's like a bank account you lose your password, you can easily go to the bank, call them and reset your account, and then have access back to your fund. But with cryptocurrency, because it is decentralized, who are you gonna call? There is no customer service, for example, So who are you gonna call? Who are you gonna talk to, So it's like, it's really so scary for me. I like the whole idea of these things being decentralized, but then I feel like this is not a good idea for me, So for me personally, whenever I'm putting money into cryptocurrency, I put this money in there with the mindset that if I lose this, it's okay. If I lose this money, it's okay. It's not gonna change my life, So is how I normally do it, The value of most crypto asset is like determined by what its members ascribe to it, Take Apple as a company, for example. Apple, they produce the iPhone that everybody loves, they have the MacBook, So Apple as a company, they produce value for the real world that people can go and buy that service, for example, But most cryptocurrency, to be honest with you, like the only reason why they go up in price is because like today John is willing to buy this for X amount, and then tomorrow Peter are gonna come and buy a bit higher, and then like somebody else will buy a bit more higher, So that is to say, like, they don't produce no real world value. There's no real world use cases for this cryptocurrency. So in a way, it's like difficult to like you to really ascribe a value to the asset like that, Take Bitcoin, for example. Like 2 to 1 years ago, Bitcoin was trading around almost $60,000 for example, But today it's trading at around like $20,000, So what have happened to Bitcoin that make the price to have decreased from like 60,000 all the way down to 20,000, because Bitcoin itself haven't changed. Bitcoin is like still the same, but nowadays like people decide like, oh, Bitcoin is no longer worth 60,000, it's worth 20,000, So this is what I feel like is really so stupid to me, but it is what it is, So if Bitcoin had like a central authority, they would have stepped in like how the government normally does, like when it comes to fiat currency, Sometimes like if the inflation is going so high, like the government might come in and reduce the interest rate to like make the inflation come down. But if there's a lot of deflation, then maybe they'll like reduce the interest rate so people can like have access to borrow more money to invest into businesses, But because Bitcoin, they didn't have like a central authority, so that's why you see like in the period of less than 2 to 3 years, the price of Bitcoin fell from like 60K all the way down to 20K, So I feel like this problem would have been alleviated if there was a central authority, I'm not saying it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, but I feel like it would have been alleviated. Now it's time for us to address the elephant in the room, when it comes to cryptocurrency investing. That is like fraud and money laundering. There is a widespread belief that cryptocurrency enables criminal organizations to like create fraud and money laundering, and also like launder money that they generate through other illegal means. I know this may not directly affect most crypto investors who are genuinely interested in this new technology, but there is a chance that you might find yourself in a situation where you are being defrauded. But the sad thing is you don't have the same legal options as a traditional victim of fraud. Millions of dollars is lost each day due to crypto scams. In a finding by this website called Bitcoin.com, in 2018, just in the first 2 months of the year, about $1.4 billion worth of crypto was stolen. That's a really crazy amount to think about. That was stolen like just within the first 2 months of the year, And people might say like, oh, there's probably like more money being like made from other type of frauds that involve like fiat currency. But the thing is, almost the whole world is using fiat currency. Why? When it comes to crypto investing, it's just like a small niche of people or a small group of people that is like investing into cryptocurrency, So I feel like this is still like a really high amount. And there is something that you have to like really take into consideration, because you might think like, oh, I'm savvy enough, I'm well secure, I have a really good password, I know not to give my login details to anybody, but still you could be a victim of a crypto scam, for example. Cryptocurrency have a very bright future, but you as an investor should look at cryptocurrency logically. Don't invest in it because of FOMO. I cannot stress this enough, but only invest money into cryptocurrency that you don't mind losing. And also, while investing into cryptocurrency, you should consider keeping your coins in a cold wallet, or at least try to use a very reputable platform to do your investing. So thank you for watching this video. This one took a really long time to research. If you do, please kind of like the video and subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.